The BBC has been criticised for a lack of transparency after failing to explain why the number of people fined for failing to pay their TV licence in Scotland has dropped in recent years. Figures obtained by the Ferret. Is that the name of this? Is that the name of this publication? Ferret. Okay, sorry, I've just never heard of that one before. Figures obtained by the Ferret from the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service show the number of people being referred to the courts for watching TV without a licence dropped significantly in the year before the current health crisis. Now, if you're new to this whole thing with the TV licensing, I'm going to help you to avoid a fine a bit later on in the video. Let's read a little bit more first, then we'll talk about all that. In 2019 to 20, 3,790 people were fined. In 20 to 21, the first year the current health crisis affected public services, the number dropped further to just 1,226 people fined. The BBC has refused to give a reason for the drop, however, other than pointing to the impact of the current health crisis, which forced a reduction in licence fee enforcement activity. Well, that is the reason. That is the only reason. Now, as I said, I was going to help you understand the fines a bit more. And the fines, the maximum is £1,000. The average is about 170, 180 quid. Okay, but the only way you can get a fine is when you get doorstepped by one of the TV licence enforcement team, or salesmen, or goons, however you want to refer to them. It's the only way you're going to get a fine. That's where all the evidence comes from to get you in trouble. They knock on your door and they'll stitch you up with questions, or some more naive people may let them in to their house, not during the current health crisis, obviously you can't do that, and they were getting stitched up. That is a thing that has happened, and it's been documented that people have been stitched up by letting them in to their houses. So if you do get a visit, even if you're playing a completely straight game, do not talk to them. Do not talk to them at all. No way. They might ask you to sign something, you don't sign it. Just open the door, say, hello, who are you? They'll say, hello, I'm from TV licensing, blah, blah, blah. And you go, no, thank you. Close the door. That's it. Done. And they can't give you a fine because they don't have any evidence to give you a fine. Done. And that's why there's been a much lower rate of people getting in trouble for TV licence offences because they haven't been able to knock on your door. That is the only way they can get the evidence to get you a fine, is by knocking on your door and stitching you up with questions. Do not talk to them. If you do not talk to them, we can get this number to zero. If everybody in Scotland who doesn't pay for their TV licence says no thank you and closes the door on a TV licence salesman, goon, enforcement officer, whatever you want to call them, we can get this number to zero, Scottish people. We can. It's possible. All you got to do is close the door on these people. Do not speak to TV licence goons, inspector salesmen, whatever you want to call them, and this number will be zero. And if anything, the current health crisis has proven that that is the case. Pretty good, right?